Good morning, this is Lucinda from ShowBiz Software. Thank you ever so much for joining us for the 7th of our current webinar series. Today's subject is Sophie Walker, who is our show director. So we're going to be looking at the dashboards and reports, so you can quickly find the information that you might need to see within the system. She's very busy, hectic schedule and all that sort of stuff, so just showing you how the system can help her find the information she needs. So what we'll do, just a bit of housekeeping, just going to double check that everyone has all their microphones and any telephones on mute, because we've had issues with feedback in the past. If you do have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box. I'll try and keep an eye on them during the webinar, but if not, there's a chat section at the end for the questions, so I can then have a look at them then. The webinar is being recorded, so it'll be available later on as Zendesk. We had a slight issue with the one from last week, but we're just getting that resolved and we'll get that up as quickly as we can, so you can see the visitors, so it's all the social media, e-tickets and everything like that. Fantastic. So what we'll do, we've got the webinar program here. So as you can see, we're on the 7th of our list. So it's a show director, so it's just dashboards and the reporting today. Next week is be the show manager, so that'll be setting up shows, sorting out all the different products, different modules, everything like that. So that's next week. So let's have a look. So if I just change the screen, sorry, let's get this correct. It'll change, so we'll change the screen to the, it should hopefully now be seeing, if my screen is deciding to work, should be seeing my other screen. Fantastic, okay. So this is the Morshire County Show website that we've created. This is our demo county show that is done specifically for the purposes of our webinars. So the Morshire County Show could be anyone's website, any of your websites. This is where we show how the system integrates in with your website and ShowBiz5. So at the minute you can just see this is the main page of the website. You've got all the information regarding the tickets, competitors, everything like that. So if people wanted to purchase, they could press a button and then it will go through to the shop screen. So then that's how the system is integrated within your website. So you've got the iframe and then you've got the Morshire site within it, so that then opens tickets. So that's that bit. But what we're going to do, because we're just looking at the dashboard, what we're going to do, we'll log into the system. So the system, people can log in through your website as well as just going straight to the ShowBiz5 link. So if we log in, so this is the first screen that everyone will see when they log in, which is their dashboard. Everyone's dashboard is slightly different because it will show you the information that, or the widgets that they need to be shown on there. So customers will see different, or end users will see different information to what your show users will see. So at the minute we're logged in as a show user. We've got calendars, contacts, and notes, everything like that. The end users, your customers, won't see that. They'll just see, they will have the items they've purchased, like the trade stand widget, they've got sponsorship widget, anything like that. So anything they've purchased, they'll have their own special widget for. So at the minute we've got the dashboard, we've got the calendar, we've got my contacts, so you can set up all of your contacts that you want. So you can have as many or as few contacts as you want, so you can quickly send them messages, emails, write letters from here, so you don't have to go into Contact Manager if you don't want to. So if there are specific people you're always contacting and dealing with, you can just add them in here and then you can quickly contact them. The notes, so you can have your different notes, so all the information you can have in here, any notes you want to add. You've also got tasks, so if you have certain tasks, if you need to do certain things at a certain time, you can add them into the system. And it's got like start date, priority, status, so once you've finished it you can then close it and then that won't show, but you've got all the different items on there if you want to do any tasks. That's all set up. All of these widgets can be minimised, maximised, They can also be moved, so if you want to have a certain one in a certain area, you can change it around. The system will then save it, so you can see your dashboard will be specific to your account when you log in, so you can have everything as you need it. As you can see, we've got the ticket validator on here, so with the new ShowBiz system, we've got e-tickets, so that's the option to use your e-ticket validator. So basically people come into the show, you can scan it or you can put the ticket number in. That will then say whether it's a valid ticket or not. That's all here. That's a new addition to the system. You've got module sales. So here you can have a look at your different modules. So for entries, you can see the sales. It goes by the date of the minute. You can also do membership, so you can see the different, what dates your memberships are selling. So that's quite a good thing, so you can keep an eye on when the memberships are selling. We can adjust this to the different types or the different information you need. So if you want it over a specific time, whether you want it by month, that's entirely up to you. We can do that. We're also looking to add additional reports like bar charts, all that sort of stuff. So everything you need to be able to have a quick look. Someone can come in, have a look and see exactly what's being sold and when. That'll all be here. You've got my messages, so all the system, so between yourselves, or the show users and also your customers, you've got all messages, so the system is like a little messaging system as well. So you can message between your customers, so if they want to send you a message they can, and you can reply to them, and then they'll have the message on their dashboard. So that's all new in here. And you've also got my team interactions, so you can see, keep an eye on what's been going on within the system. So if you have specific people you want to, say like in your team, you can select which people you want to be included in this, and then you can see exactly what's going on. You've got like all the history, like people have been changing address information, changing the different sectors, everything like that. You've got all that within here, so you can see exactly what's going on, so you can keep up to date with everything that's going on in the system. That's a quick view of what things are happening. So that's the dashboard. So as I said, everyone's dashboard is set up to exactly as they want it to be, how they want it to see it. You've also got within the system, you've got the different options of different reporting. So you've got different types of reports. You've got filtered lists, you've got complex reports that our developers will write for you. You've got downloadable documents, say like your schedule, catalogue, judge's book, everything like that. You've also got your real-time charts, which are just showing you your different sales charts. You've got your contact communications, you've got your website and social media, so there's quite a lot within the system that can do to give you the information that you need. So if we quickly have a look at the filtered lists, this is where it's a combination of your filtered rows and columns. So within the system, all of the different manager views are these type of grid views. It's all very simple to use. You can filter by like your first name, surname, everything like that. All the systems you can filter straight away. You can also select which columns you want to see. So if certain people need certain columns, they can create their own column. But this one is just a default, but you can select which columns you want to see. Same with the rows, so the information, got different options. So if people are tagged with a certain thing, say like your Christmas card list, you can find that very quickly. Also, if you want to have people you've last had communications with, you can set that up as a filter. So if there are any people that you haven't had any communications with over the last 90 days, say, you can find those and you can just quickly send them a message or an email, just so you keep in contact. So if it's coming up to the show, make sure that everyone you want to contact has been contacted. You've got the action cog, becomes active once one of the columns has been selected or one of the rows has been selected. And then from within there you can send them a message, send them an email. The emails, you can either have just a basic email or you can set up email templates within the system. So if you want your auto signature on there, if you want to have a mailing one, you can have all that set up with different fields in there, so you can have first name, so it automatically populates them and updates them for you, and that will send them out. If you do a group, like a big bulk email, everyone gets an individual email. It doesn't go out to everyone like CCing everyone. Everyone has their own individual email gets sent out. so no one else sees anyone else's email addresses. You can write a letter, you can do a base letter, or you can, as we've said before, you can do templates, so you can set up a template and use a template. You can add notes to the people, and you can also add tasks. You can also archive contacts, so you can do bulk archives if you want to or need to. You can also send statements. So if you need to send a statement to people, you can just quickly pick up the information and send out a statement, but I'll show you that shortly. So what we can do for this one, excuse me. So if we haven't communicated with someone for the last, so however many 90 days, we can then just quickly send them an email. The system will come up with a confirm action, so it's going to tell you what's going to happen next. Once you're happy with them, you can just get rid of these, so you can say got it and then it disappears, but just so you know what's going to happen. And then you can see all this information in here regarding the different emails it's going to go to. You can then type in, use a template. So you've got different templates set up. You've got so you can have like an email template, and you've got your auto signature in there. You can then quickly send them off an email, really quick and easy. So that's one of the ways you can communicate with the system or communicate with your customers. Yep, sorry, I think my system, yeah, no, it's going, sorry, my system's had a bit of a glitch and I've lost the other screen, but anyway, carry on. So sorry, come back to this one. So what we're going to do, we can then go back to, sorry, hit the wrong button. We can then go back and have a look at other filtered lists. So within the trade stands, so in the trade stands manager, you can then have a look and you've got your different rows. So you can then set the different statuses regarding your trade stands. So if you want anyone or the ones that have applied, you can then search for them, find them really quickly. So these can be set up to exactly the information you want to see and when you want to see it. You can quickly grab the information so you don't have to do it each time. They're already set up, so you can just quickly drop down the box and then that'll give you that information. So you can also do that within the schedule. You can then go and see all the information within your schedule. So the schedule already set up, so you can see with your headers, sections and classes, you can see the information within there. So you can set this up exactly as you need it to be set up. So all your headers, sections, classes, all your judges, so the system, you can invite judges, and then if the judges have got an online account, they can log in and then they can accept the role of a judge. So we'll go further into that next week when we're going through the Show Manager webinar. We've also got the more complex reports, such as your accounting reports. So you can go into the accounting. So you've got the accounts manager. So you can see exactly what's being purchased and processed by yourselves and from your customers. Got all the feature boxes which you can get rid of once you're happy with the information it brings up. You've also got the you print your daybook reports. So the system has got certain daybook reports set up. We can add additional ones if you need additional ones in there, or you can just use your the ones that are in here. So go to new report, and then these are the ones that have been set up in the system. You've got all the different options to search by different account types, date ranges, all your shows if you just want a specific show, your different types of reports, and you can also do it by user. So if you just want to see a certain user, what they've processed, you can then search for that as well. So you can just say if we want to do all transactions for the moisturised show, if we do it for the last, say, the month, and if we do a detailed one, that'll then create the report. You can then close that, and then once it's available it'll turn up, so that one's just going through, and then you can see once it's already been created. You can export these as either PDF or into Word or Excel, whichever you need to. The system will cope with whatever you need it to do. You've also got the downloadable documents, so some things like your schedule or your catalogues. So from the Schedule Manager, you've got the options to download your schedule, So if you want to go and do that, it's very similar to ShowBiz4, where you can select the different header sections and classes you wish to download. So you can go through, so if we do the heavy horses, you can do your header, your section class, you can do the whole schedule, it's entirely up to you. You've got the option to do page breaks before and after your section. Also, if you haven't got the class in front of the class number, you can, it's entirely up to you, you've got that option. And you've also got the option to create it as a PDF or a Word document. So if we do this as a Word document, we then download it, the system will then create your schedule. And then open that. So then you've got your schedule straight away, the system will have created that. All the information that's in there will be put into your schedule. Exactly the same with the catalogue. And we've also got the judges books. So if you want to create your judges books, we've got that in here. You just set up the template so you can create the judges book exactly as you need it. So we've just got a very generic one, but you've got all your different merge fields within the setup. So when you go into your template, you can put exactly which merge fields you need. There's a list in there, and then when you're processing it as well, it'll give you the options that are available. And then you can put all your different merge fields that you need, and then you can process those. So if we do the heavy horses, so you've got the different, if there's more than one judges book, so you can have, if you want a different judges book for horses and a different one for cattle, you can, it's entirely up to you. So if you can download that, the system will then download that as a Word document. We can do that as a PDF as well if you want to. It can also include your logo and everything like that, so you've got the information, and so that's already there, very quick and simple. That's all set up, so you can do that. You've got the real-time charts, which I showed you slightly earlier on the dashboard. So every time someone purchases something, the dashboard will change. So it's all up to speed as to what to say. The information there is correct. If anyone gets anything credited, that will then take it out of your figures on the dashboard. Like I said earlier, currently it's just a few widgets and reports, but we can add more if you want them. Different charts, different like bar charts. We've currently just got a pie chart and then a line chart. For whatever ones you need, we can add that to the wish list and we can get those added in, so it can help you quickly go in and find the information that you need. We've also got the contact communications, so you can tailor your emails and that sort of thing. So if we go back to the contacts manager, as I mentioned earlier, you can set up your rows and your columns. So if you want to do the accounts one, we can then do the balance. So you can see that the system will show anything that's got any person that's got a balance on their account. You can very quickly and easily then go and send them a statement. So the system will then create the statement for them, send it as an email. The email we sent out with the PDF attachment of their statement, it'll also put a note on their account saying the statement's been sent, so you know exactly what's happened on their audit history. So it's very quick and easy to do. You can pick up the different templates, so if you have more than one template, you can select exactly which one you want. So certain sections might want a slightly different statement to others, then they can have that. It's entirely up to you. So you can then generate it. It will then say the information. So if certain people don't have an email address, it will then tell you. So you can make a note of them saying, right, these ones won't get sent because they haven't got an email address, and so forth. So just give you all the information that you need, and then that will send that out to the people as you need it. So we can then have a look at the roles widget. So if we go back to our dashboard, have a look at our dashboard. We should have a roles widget on here. Not all. We can log out and log in as someone else. If we log in as Albert, he is our judge. So So, sorry, we log in as Albert. So we've now logged in Albert. He's our judge. And as you can see, he's got the My Roles widget. So any of your officials, say like judges, stewards, will get this widget on the dashboard, so they can then have a look in, log in, have a look. They get sent a message saying they've been invited to be a judge or steward, and they also get an email just to say you've got a message. They can then log in and come in and accept, decline the invite. So it's one of your people, so your show directors as well can, if they want to see this, they've got the option to see it as well. They can have a look and see who's been invited, who's been accepted it. Quick and easy way to see it. So it's basically really simple. They just come in and pick up whether they want to accept or decline the role. The system will then, once they've accepted it, save it, it will then go and update the schedule as well. So straight away the system knows that the role has been accepted or declined, dependent, and then also all the show manager will get a message saying that they've been accepted or declined their role. We've also got the social media as well, so the system now will integrate with social media. You've got the links with, at the minute we've got Facebook and Twitter, so once your, say for your results have come in, the results have been added to the system, they can upload a picture, the system will then post that out to social media. It won't post it directly out, so your judge can upload the results, upload a picture, or the steward or whoever's doing it. You can upload the information, that will then get saved. Someone within, say like the show office, can then go through, double check the picture's correct, the information's correct, and then it can get posted to social media. So we can have a look at the social media, go back to the other tab. So you can have a look at the Twitter tab. So you've got the different options. You can post with pictures or you can post without pictures. So the top one is just without pictures. That will then, you've got the link to the portal. So the system has got the portal, so you can click on that and have a look at the results. You've also got, you can upload pictures, so different pictures for different classes. And also if you've got one of your classes is sponsored, you can also upload a picture for your logo of your sponsor as well. So you've got a lot more flexibility within the system and integration with social media and everything like that. So if we have a go back to the top and go to the results portal, we can then have a look, and this is one of the other things you can also integrate with your website. You can put in your results. So this is the results portal. You can see the different classes. So these are the winners. And then you can click into the class. You can see the first, second, third, the prizes, and that information's in there. So that's all the different results you can see. We've also got the trade stands portal. So this is basically every trade stand that you have can have a presence on your trade stand portal. So once you're happy, once they're paid, anything like that, once you want them to be visible, you can just tick a box in the system, then publish them. They will then show on the portal. You can integrate this into your website if you want to, or you can just put a link. And then you've got the information regarding the different trade stands, location of the trade stands, information regarding their trade stand contact, and you've also got all the images as well, so you can upload all the different images, exactly what you want. You can have the option, I think up to 5 images, but you can say exactly what you need, and when they're submitting their applications, you've also got the option to say that they have to submit images as a mandatory field before they can apply for trade stand. So you can say, right, we need a picture of how your trade stand's going to look. That's the option within the system as well, so you've got that as well. And then you've also got the sponsorships. So within the sponsorships, you've got the option to put your sponsors online. So your different sponsors, tells you what they're sponsoring, whether you've got class sponsorships, which can be set up in the schedule, or you can do product sponsorships, so say something like your main gate. Excuse me. You can set them all up within the system as well. You can sell them in the shop. The trade stands and sponsorship are just application-only processes, so they have mandatory information that has to be completed, so like documentation, insurance, before they can submit it. And you can set that up exactly as you want it to. You can have it fully as a, you've got to do certain information before they can submit it, or you can do it, they just have to fill as much in certain bits and that's it, and then submit it. You've got the option to do a deposit as well. The system now can do a deposit, whether it's a percentage or a specific amount. The system is all set up to do that as well. So you've got the different information for your sponsors. So yeah, so you've got a lot more online presence. People can search for the information within the online portals, and then within the system as well, we've got the news. Let's go back to the other one, 2 seconds. You've got global search. So administrators and show users have a global search feature. This is new to the system. You can basically do quite a lot of things just through the global search. So if we search for Rose, I'll spell her name might be, but Rose is one of our trade stand holders. So you can see her contact information. She's also an entrant. She's a prize winner. So the system will go through and find anything to do with Rose. Could be several different roses or just one. And then you can see all the information regarding the different modules that they are appearing. And you can also then search. We can hover over the information. You can say for the prize winners, you can go to the portal, the results portal. You can go to their contact details. You can send them an email. You've also got the option on the contact record for this one. You've got the option to go to several different areas within their contact record. You can also shop on their behalf, and then if you want to do quite a lot, put a lot of entries into the basket in one go, you can just literally hover over it and then add entry to the contact. So you can then start typing the class. It will then pick up the class you want, and you can add it directly into the basket. So you can just quickly add the items into the basket for the person. They can then you can then go in, fill out the information and process the basket for them. Okay, so that is a quick whistle-stop tour of the dashboard reporting and that information. Does anybody have any questions? Let me go back to my questions. Okay, so let me have a look at questions. Okay, we've got a question regarding the email merge field. Okay, so if I go to the system, I can show you what email merge fields you've got. So within the show settings, you go to the templates and you go to the email templates. So this is what you've got within here. You can go to the create a new one and put the information regarding what you want it to be, and then you've got all the different tags. So these are your merge fields. So you've got the name, address, anything regarding, so if you want statement information, that's in here. You've got like trade stand information, that's all in here. You've got receipt types. You've got virtually all the information within the system you can use as your tags, like order numbers. You've got all the name and address fields, account information, contact information. So there are a lot of information here, like the catalogues, your catalogue numbers, catalogue description, entries, everything like that is all in here. So there's a lot of email merge fields available, and if there's something in there that isn't available, you need it to be, you just let us know and we can add that in. Hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully. Does anybody else have any other questions? Got one regarding contact types. Yeah, we can search by contact types. So we go back to the contacts manager. So if we go back to all contacts, and go back to the default view. I also forgot to mention, you've got the sales profile. So this is basically when you can see the different items that they purchase, so membership tickets, entries. You can search on those. So if you want to search on those, you can. You can also search on the different categories. So within the system you can set up all your different categories. So if we have a look for myself, I've got quite a few different records. So if we pick up this one, you can have a look and you can select a category. So if you want to choose a new category, you can select that on someone's record and then say, like, I've got a food truck, because my life revolves around food, that's always good. So if I save that, and then you can set up a search for the food truck one, and then, or the food and drink, and then that will appear. So you can then create one, so food and drink. You can then see that that will appear, so you can set up all of your like types and groups within the system. They're called categories. You can set them up and then you can save them as one of your searches, and then you can quickly find that information. Does anybody have any other questions? If you do have any questions, just give us a call. You can, myself and Angela are about with regard to ShowBiz5, I'm about regarding ShowBiz4. But yeah, if you've got any questions, just give us a call. We've got the next webinar next week is the Show Manager one. So we'll give you more information regarding the in-depth of setting up your trade stands, sponsorships, memberships and everything like that. So this was just like a whistle-stop tour of your dashboard and reporting. But if anyone else has got any questions, please type it in a minute and then I can answer it. But if not, yeah, the next webinar's next week. If you've got any questions, give me a call, drop me an email. I'm happy to go through anything with you. I can do a screen share with you separately if you want to. I can give you the tour of the system and show you the information you need. But yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know. But if not, thank you very much for joining us and I appreciate your time. I know how busy you are. And yeah, have a good weekend and thank you very much. Thanks, bye.